Welcome back. Now we are going to move away from computers and DVDs to address a broader topic. Everyone these days seems to have internet wherever they go. People are constantly emailing, Facebooking, tweeting, etc. from their phones. Laptops can be used anywhere from coffee shops to trains or planes. And people want to know, how is this possible? Another tech host, Abid, is going to fill us in on how wireless communication works and how you can take advantage of it. Hey Abid, how's it going?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good, yeah. So what have you been up to today?
You know what? School just started and I had to pay my fees and...
You know what? I was just kind of asking to be polite, so let's get into the segment.
All right, I see how it is.
All right.
Okay, so you know what? That is a really good topic that we're talking about today. One of our viewers, Mark, he actually emailed us asking, how to connect to the internet wirelessly.
Perfect.
Because Mark just recently bought a laptop, brand new laptop,
Okay.
and you know what? He's using what is called an Ethernet cable. He connects his laptop to his modem using an Ethernet cable.
Newsflash, Mark, it's not 1995
Exactly.
anymore.
So yeah, I mean, we could get rid of this. You don't need that
Bye-bye.
anymore. So with wireless technology, you know what? Before I get into it, let me give you like some quick examples of wireless
Okay.
technology that we use in our everyday lives.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you've even noticed, we use something like wireless keyboards.
Right.
We use wireless printers, wireless
Yeah.
headphones. Even your cell phone is a wireless device,
Yes,
right?
for sure.
I mean, let's take it a step further. When we were younger, we'd have phones in our kitchen or in the living room,
Yeah.
and they'd have the annoying cord that would get tangled
Ugh,
up,
yeah.
and you could only go so far.
I vaguely remember that, but it was so long ago
It
that
was.
it's kind of
It was.
escaped my memory. All right.
So that's one of the reasons why wireless technology became so big.
Okay.
Because people wanted mobility. People wanted
Multitask.
Yeah, they
Yes.
wanted to be able to go, outside in their backyard, in their front yard, go in the basement, washroom, wherever you want to go. They wanted to be
All
able
around
to,
the house.
Yeah, and they wanted to be able to
Washroom, let's hope that doesn't happen too often.
I know some people that do that kind of stuff.
Anyways, moving
All right,
on.
so what Mark needs to do is, first of all, I'm actually going to illustrate quickly what
Perfect.
Mark is doing,
Okay,
and then we'll explain
what he needs to be
what
doing.
he needs to be doing.
All right, let's go over to the dry erase
Alrighty.
board. Perfect.
So if you want to come here, let me quickly draw Mark's little house.
Okay,
Alrighty. And this is Mark.
okay.
And you know what, Mark? I know you don't look like this in real life, so don't get offended. And this is Mark's new laptop.
Okay,
All right? So, he has the laptop.
right.
Now, what Mark is essentially doing is that he's connecting his laptop to his modem,
Right.
right? His modem. And his modem is giving him the internet,
Ah, okay.
right? And
Yes.
his internet is obviously provided to him by his ISP.
An internet service provider?
There we go. You got it. Looks like
okay.
you've been doing some studying.
I have been for sure.
All right, so that's his ISP.
Okay.
Now, this is what it looks like right now.
Right.
Whenever he wants to go onto the internet, he has to have a wire there.
Yeah.
And this wire limits him from traveling around the house.
The
right?
mobility is no
Yeah.
good when you have the wire.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, what we want to do is we want to eliminate this wire.
Okay,
We don't need this.
right.
And in order for us to do that, Mark needs to basically have a wireless router.
Oh, okay.
This is what a wireless router looks like, and we actually have this example one which looks like this.
Oh, perfect.
And you can tell one from its antennas.
Yeah, it picks up the signals that
There we
way,
go.
right?
This is a wireless router.
Okay, great.
Now, what Mark would need to do is connect the modem to the wireless router,
Okay,
and by doing that, and by syncing it with his laptop,
yep.
he could travel around the house. In fact, he could travel 150 feet within his own house,
Wow.
and 300 feet if he's outside.
So internet on the go.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
let's say he wants to do some gardening over the weekend. He wants to listen to some music.
Right.
He can take this in his front yard, backyard, and he could just
Perfect.
put on the internet from there.
Okay.
So this is the ideal situation, and this is what a lot of people are doing nowadays.
Definitely.
They're getting rid of the Ethernet cable, and you know what? It makes a mess.
Okay.
All these cables, they get tangled up, and they make the place look messy.
Right.
So you want to try to eliminate these cables as much as you can.
Now, I have another question.
Sure.
So Mark obviously has a newer laptop, right?
Yes.
So he is equipped to connect wirelessly. What if I have an older computer and I still want to connect to a wireless network?
That is a really good question. Now, you know what? In Mark's case, he's really lucky. He just bought a brand new laptop.
Right.
And computers and laptops that have been coming out in the past few years come with what's called a wireless card.
Okay.
All right. Now this wireless card, it's built internally to these computers. But in your case, let's say if you do have an older computer, what you would need to purchase is called a. This is also a wireless card, but this is an external wireless card.
Oh, now how would I go about using one of these?
You know what? It's so simple. You just take it out of the box. This looks like a little USB.
Okay.
And you just connect it into your laptop like that.
Oh, and is
That's
it the
it.
same with like an older PC as well?
Exactly the same. And what this will allow you to do is to be able to connect to the wireless router.
Oh.
And you can jump onto the internet wirelessly.
So I can do this myself? I don't have to have a professional come to my house and teach me?
Definitely not.
Even I could do it? You really think so?
I think so. You know
All
what?
right.
Anybody could do that. It's that easy.
Okay.
Now, so that's what we have.
Yeah, perfect. Now, that's with regards to computers. Now, I see a lot of people using, their phones, like they're using Facebook, internet, browser on their phone. How is that possible?
That's also a really good question, and you know what? This is what's called a smartphone.
Okay.
And they've become really big nowadays. So smartphones can look like Blackberries, iPhones, all sorts of stuff. And
Right.
these phones come with what's called a data plan.
Okay.
And a data plan, actually, you need to get it from your service provider.
Okay.
And once you get the data plan, basically these phones allow you to go on Facebook, and as you said, check your email and do all sorts of stuff while you're on the go.
Now, is there only one type of plan you can get, or are there different, different plans?
Oh, of course. You know what? These data plans depend based on your needs.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you're not a heavy user, you can get a cheaper plan.
Right.
But whereas if you're on the internet and all the time, you need to check your stocks, you need to check your banking information.
Oh, like me, I'm a big stock girl, clearly.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd get something that gives you a lot more freedom.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. Thanks so much, Abid. You definitely made it a lot more clear to me because I see everybody all the time, you know what I mean, on their phones and on the internet. I have a BlackBerry, and I know I like to check my email in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary to think about a time when I couldn't do that.
Honestly, sometimes I just sit down and think about it. And you can't imagine life without all this technology. It's really hard.
I know. I mean, what did I even do before that, right?
How'd you spend your time? Let's try to go think of the days when you were younger.
I know.
We didn't have access to the internet 24/7.
I think I used to have to check my email just on a regular computer, but that would mean I'd have to wait till I got home.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I think I just killed time reading books.
yeah, that doesn't happen so much anymore.
Not anymore.
It just makes it so much more convenient now. I think all of the stuff we're learning how much more convenient it is. Sometimes plans change, and you know what I mean. You want to be notified suddenly.
Exactly.
Someone can just text you, or if you can't always use your phone to call, it's great to be able to have email on the go or any of this.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, when you're sitting in your boring classroom and you need someone to talk to, you're just texting.
Or you can go on Facebook. I know a lot of professors love that.
Exactly.
Wireless internet. It's funny. I heard they were actually starting to block wireless internet in some schools now because it's becoming too much of a distraction.
It is, especially I believe in a lot of high schools and stuff. The teachers still don't allow you to come in and bring in your laptop.
Right.
But let's see how it works.
We'll see what happens, I guess. They
Yeah.
might implement some more rules in the future. All right. Well, when we come back after the break, we are going to have a discussion. But before we do that, we've got our tech tip of the week from Nguyen.
Hi everyone, here are some tech tips to make your laptop battery last longer while you travel. Number 1, turn off Bluetooth and Wi-Fi when you're not using it. 2, dim the brightness of your laptop LCD screen. And number 3, limit the use of graphic-intensive programs such as watching DVD movies and playing video games. That's it for this week.